Today on San Marcos Custom.
Thanks for tuning in. I'm your host, Chip Zoomer. And today we're going to be talking with the crew that put together Team News Mousetrap Car Racer. We'll be talking to David, our resident suspension expert. James will be here to help explain the ins and outs of falling masses. Kyle will be joining us to explain the body, chassis, and mass systems. And we have Ryan here to explain the second leg of the race involving the mousetrap. So let me get this straight. The object was to design a car that was propelled in one direction by a falling mass and propelled in the opposite direction using a mousetrap.
Yes, that's correct.
Now, David, can you tell us a little bit about the wheels and tires on Team News Mousetrap Racer?
The wheels were a little bit tough. First, we have to think of what would be lightest, and that's CDs. And so for traction, we figured it wouldn't get any traction if it didn't have rubber bands on them, so we just put rubber bands on them, and then we just super glued them down so they wouldn't come off during the run.
Very nice and lightweight. I like it. So, David, how did you get the wheels to spin so smoothly?
Smooth bearing action. It'll roll from here into eternity.
I see what you mean. Very nice. James, can you tell us a little bit about the propulsion via the falling weight?
Okay, so the string is attached to the axle here, which is attached to the weight of the pulley. And as the weight falls down, it slowly pulls the string, which pulls the wheels, which propels the car forward.
Thank you, James. Very nice explanation. And so, Ryan, we just talked to James about the propulsion in one direction. Now, Team New used a mousetrap to propel the car in the opposite direction. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
The string comes all the way down to the stopper, and then it self-activates the mousetrap, which activates, and then the rod pulls the string, which propels the car in the opposite direction.
Genius, very nice. So, Kyle, can you give us a quick breakdown of the materials you used in Team News Mousetrap Racer?
Sure. The tires were made out of CDs with rubber bands for traction, as David mentioned. There are 4 of those total. We used balsa wood for the body, framing, supports, mast system, pretty much anything else you can think of. We do have a pulley on top of the mast, made of plastic. Also, we have a tube to guide the weight as it falls, made out of black PVC. We also have 6-pound fishing line connecting axles to the various parts that provide the energy to push the car in either direction, being a falling weight for the first leg and a mousetrap with an arm attached for the second leg.
Well, thank you all. That about does it for this week's episode of San Marcos Customs. Tune in next week. And remember, let the mass times acceleration be with you.
This film has been brought to you by
No glitter!
and viewers like you.